5 and 3, 2. Back again. Don't know what caused that crash. We're gonna get this figured out, guys. Sorry about these issues. Yeah.
So, I think, yeah, it's Borderlands 3. And most importantly, while Gearbox have come out with games since Borderlands 2, I think they need a really big winner because the last game that immediately comes to mind when you think about Gearbox is the Battleborn. That didn't go so hot, so I think
I forgot that was even them. I just try to block that game out of my memory.
Exactly. And I really think their intention with Battleborn was to say, this can be a flagship, we can keep this going, whatever else we do is going to be on the side, and they wanted to keep that game going for a very long time. Did not work out. I think Borderlands 3 could be that title. I think it could put, people's faith back in Gearbox. I
agree.
I really think that game's going to happen. It's a perfect game from a DLC standpoint, from a loot standpoint. It's the perfect game to release in 2019.
Agreed. I totally agree. The loot is like a super popular thing in every game, and that game has always been about the loot.
Loot?
And Newts, the animal.
Oh, okay.
Newts.
Anyway, I think we should move on to the next pick. That one was a little janky. I'm sorry that I didn't get the full love it deserved, Christian.
I'll get the love I deserve when I'm right.
Yeah.
Alrighty. So is it my turn now?
Yeah.
It is.
Yes, it is.
Okay. Most likely to be revealed, I think this year is also Half-Life 3. I think it's gonna happen.
Oh my God.
Both most likely to not show up, but if it does, it generates the most hype.
I'm covering myself on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, you can't be wrong, technically.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you will be wrong.
I'm putting it out in the universe, and that means it's going to happen.
I'm going to pause you for a second. That sounds like faith. More like,
Yeah, blind faith. Again.
Deep sigh with that one.
I'm going to go curl up in that bed for a bit.
Please, just go.
No, we're live. We're good. We're good. It just paused for a second.
We need Devin's.
Hold on. Wait one sec. I'm going to make it quick.
Sure.
Ready, sir.
Alright, we just changed our bitrate settings for all you techie people out there.
So whoever's DDoSing us, we got you.
Yeah.
Stop DDoSing us.
Got him. Also, here's the updated link. There you guys go. Devin, your pick is...
Mortal Kombat 11.
Ooh.
That's cool.
It's been 3 years since Mortal Kombat 10 came out. And it's about time. It fits the timeline between them rotating between Mortal Kombat and the Injustice series. I believe it was about 2 weeks ago now, maybe. Not sure the exact time, but Ed Boon of NetherRealm Studios, he teased, made a little post on Twitter, leading everyone to believe that it might be Mortal Kombat, and I'm hoping it is. I really love the fight, like the play of Mortal Kombat 10. Later on in the game's lifespan, they improved the net play greatly with some new technology they had used. And I'm hoping that, I'm pretty sure they will incorporate that into Mortal Kombat 11. And I'm just a huge fan of fighting games in general. Like, I just really love the scene and everything, and I can't wait to see what characters they bring, how they look, more of the gruesome fatalities that we all
it's
love.
all about the fatalities.
Yeah, it's all about the fatalities.
Because it's all about fatalities.
Yeah, fatality DLC packs.
And I'm also interested to see, or excited to see who they'll bring, because in Mortal Kombat 10 they had like Alien and Predator, and I'm just excited to see what they'll have for us this time.
Yeah, that's a spicy pick. Totally see that happen.
Is that like your preview word of the night? Spicy pick?
Spicy pick. And this is Christian's spicy pick.
Yeah, but seriously, I really like that idea. That would be great. People really liked Injustice.
Yeah. Well, they don't like Injustice. They like the game Injustice.
The game, yeah. The one with
no one likes Injustice.
We're against that.
Yeah.
One of our sponsors is actually Justice. Just the concept.
The concept of justice.
Brought
And
to
this video is
you.
brought to you by the concept of justice.
Justice. Yeah.
Which is probably why our stream is going so terribly.
Yeah. Yeah.
'Cause there's
Because
no
of all the
justice in the
injustice.
That's the problem.
Right? Right?
All right.
All right.
excellent.
As I was
But I
saying
really like that
before, let's go into the most hyped game. And as I was saying, most hyped game is going to be the only game that you're talking about for the next week or two. The buzz of E3. What's it going to be? I went with what I assume is going to be a very safe bet. Call me crazy. It's going to be The Last of Us 2.
It's a great choice.
I feel like it's a very popular choice. Obviously, it's the first Last of Us is personally my favorite game of all time.
Oh, it's great. I get it.
PlayStation has already said that they're planning on focusing on doing like a lot of live demos and a lot of over trailers. I think this might be the end of show trailer to really push it forward, similar to how Spider-Man was last year to close out the show. You're going to be splitting time this time in this game between Joel and Ellie a lot more, whereas you played only Ellie in one small little chapter where Joel was injured. You got Troy Baker and Ashley Johnson coming back to reprise their roles as Joel and Ellie, and you got Gustavo Santaolalla. I just butchered that name, but he's returning, and he's going to compose the score for this game. He's the one who did the famous theme song. And it's going to have a darker tone. That's the theme song for The Last of Us. The composer's coming back, yep. And it's going to have a darker tone this time.
You mean, because the first one was too lighthearted.
Yeah, it was a little too, Laverne and Shirley.
Yeah, too many rainbows and cotton candy.
Yeah, too many giraffes in the first one,
Yeah.
I do like that your pick goes right to the feels. Like, we're going to get at people's hearts.
Yeah. Yep.
Right in there. That's a good one.
All right. Should we see what Christian's most hyped game is going to be?
Yeah, I'm going to go away from emotional hype to just hype. So, my pick for most hype game at E3 is... Alright, I'm going to stop doing that.
You're never going to stop doing drum rolls.
Because... Anthem. And,
Anthem because Anthem.
Anthem because Anthem.
Like, I can't, like... Watching the gameplay footage, I can't get it out of my head. If half of it is what the game actually is like, it's going to be amazing. Just like half. If it's not like... in a 100% fake demo like Halo 2.
All right.
So it'll be interesting to see how it goes. I wonder if they're going to make any adjustments to what was, I'm sure,
all right, we're live again.
Microtransaction model. I'm sure they made no changes.
Can you guys hear me?
Just dialed it back some. We'll see.
That's
I want it to be
my
good. It looks like a
concern.
fun game.
Can y'all hear me?
With every EA game, of course.
Y'all hear me okay?
Because I feel like on a certain level, anything EA is just like
y'all can't hear me.
transactions are now baked into it. And especially with how everyone treats like downloadable content and like expansions and all that stuff, it's going to be like, yeah, this is the base game. And then if you pay so much more, you can have all this other stuff.
You have the real game.
Yeah, you can have the whole game. And it's like, well, how much is that going to cost me?
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah,
but seriously,
whole other
I am
game.
hyped, even though I don't seem too excited. And I'm having second thoughts about this. I really want Anthem to be good.
Me too.
I really do.
Me too.
That's what I have in my feels.
Moving on to, I don't mean to push it to myself, but I guess me. I'm next.
It's okay.
Yes, you are, pretty boy.
I'm next, pretty boy. My most hyped game is one that I'm definitely looking forward to. I really think it is going to be revealed this year. I think most people do. I'm also saying The Last of Us 2. I think that's a game, like Brian said, like the first game was so good. It was great. I totally agree with Brian. It is one of my favorite games I've ever played. I'm really excited for the second one. I don't have a PlayStation 4, and I always said to myself, I'm like, when The Last of Us 2 comes out, I'll have to buy myself a PlayStation 4 because I have to play that game. And it is so good. And we can you hear me now? Yes, sir.
Okay, because we went down for a minute and you guys couldn't hear me, but we're good now. Keep talking.
We're good. Good.
I tried to do something and I fucked it up.
Yep. My choice was Last of Us 2.
Oh, they heard all of yours. It cut out just a little bit of Christians.
Oh, just good. Christians doesn't matter. I'm just kidding. It was Anthem, and it was a very good.
Yes.
That game is going to be pretty hyped.
You heard it.
I hope that it doesn't fail us the same way that Star Wars did. But yeah, Last of Us 2. I think it's a great game. What?
I think it's fate that the stream cut out as soon as I wanted to talk about Anthem. So
yeah.
Maybe you gotta stop talking down about Anthem.
I would.
Yeah.
At this point, I just...
All right. Well, that's my most hyped game. We kind of already talked about it, so why don't we move on to find out what Devin's most hyped game?
What do you got, Devin?
Mine will be a difference, of course. I will not say Last of Us 2. I'm going to go with none other than CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077, announced in 2013. With one
I forgot how far long ago that was.
Wow,
trailer.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yep.
Yes. It is said that it's going to be, I think, double or triple the size of The Witcher 3, with the same freedoms of The Witcher 3. And yes, there hasn't been a lot of news about it. No footage, no nothing. They've done like teasers on Twitter, like one-word teasers. That got everyone hyped, thinking that news is going to come.
That's pretty impressive to do a one-word.
Nothing ever came.
A one-word teaser.
Yeah, one word.
Yeah.
Fun.
Yeah.
Fun.
And,
yeah.
And the crazy part is, people know that the Witcher games is such high quality that every time they would make a post saying it's going to take us a little bit longer to work on this game, everyone's like, "No, take your time. Go ahead. We'll wait."
Well, The Witcher 2 is so good.
Yes. So, I believe they said that they're done with The Witcher for a while.
They should be.
And they have everyone working on Cyberpunk. I can't wait. I wish I had more to say about it, but there's not much more.
Hey, hype is hype, baby.
Hype is hype, baby.
That's a good pick.
That is a good pick, Devin.
Yes, good pick.
Don't mind me while I comb my beard.
Could we?
It's fun.
Moving on
to the next one.
Yes. Also, Kenny
Brian
Riggs would like to say that Devin is lame.
I disagree, Kenny Riggs.
I agree with him.
All right.
I don't.
With me.
I don't.
I'd like to say to Kenny Riggs, real quick, that's why Wrestle Druids are going to suck next expansion. So eat it.
Nice.
That was so
real
mean.
mature.
Ooh.
Yeah, let's not talk about each other's druids, okay, guys?
Yeah.
Let's be men.
Leave the druids. Leave the druids out of this.
Leave our mains out of this. We don't talk about demon hunters like that. Just keep it going.
Well, Brian, what is the next superlative and what is your pick?
The next superlative. It's pretty super. That's pretty lative. It's most likely to fake a live demo on stage. By this we mean, I don't know if you remember a game Killzone 3 when they're demoing the PS3 before that launched. And they're like, this game is all... these graphics are all in-game, rendered, real-time. And later it came out that the entire thing was completely pre-rendered.
Liars.
So, my pick for most likely to fake a live demo is going to be none other than Call of Duty.
Call of Dirty?
Yep,
Dirty?
Call of Duty.
Dirty.
Black Ops 4?
Yes, the new Call of Duty game. So this game is focusing mostly entirely on multiplayer this time. You have the Black Ops mode, which is joining the Battle Royale craze. They're expanding on the Zombies mode. And I think they're just trying to really crank up this game in more ways than they ever have before. And I think they'll either show some footage and be like, this is in-game graphics, rendered real-time, which is not going to be the case. Or they're going to have someone on the stage showing how easy and simple it is to operate these advanced controls, but, there's someone going to be behind the stage actually, probably under the stage with a controller playing the game for that person. And that is my pick.
That is
solid
a
pick.
Very solid pick, yeah.
All right. Well, why don't we move on to Christian and see what his pick is?
What do you got?
I feel bad. I agree with him so much. But back to my pick. My pick for most likely to fake a live demo is Death Stranding. That's right. That Kojima Productions game that you may have heard of because people won't stop talking about it for like whenever it comes up.
Dead babies.
I think this whole project is like it's all sizzle. There's not a lot of actual like stake. I think the game. I don't care how much of it I've seen. I still think it's a hypothetical right now. I just feel like whatever system it's going to come out on, if the presentation's a little thin, they're going to be like, "Hey, Kojima, what do you guys have? You should demo something." And it's probably going to be some kind of trailer with Norman Reedus for whatever ridiculous reason. I still have no idea what his purpose is in the game, but he's in there for some odd reason.
He's Norman Reedus. He doesn't need a reason.
And it's just going to be the most ridiculous trailer that's going to be about nothing. It'll look great, but you won't know what's going on. There probably won't be any gameplay, and it's just going to be a mess. And then at the end, everyone's going to cheer.
Yeah, there's going to be a flying whale on fire.
They might stand up.
I'll be honest, I might cheer.
Yep.
But yeah, it's going to be entirely fabricated.
Yeah.
Well, I'm excited to hear more about that game. Anything with Norman Reedus, I'm a fan of.
Yeah, especially Norman Reedus.
He's going to make a lot of money.
Yeah, he's going to make
coming up. He's going to make a lot of money. Spoiler free. He's going to make a lot of money soon. All right, so is that your pick, Christian?
That is my pick.
All right.
Paul's turn. Paul's plan.
My turn. Paul's plan. Paul's pick. We should make a video series called that, by the way.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we'll get on that after this. Most likely to fake a live demo. My pick. I can't believe I have the same pick as Brian again, but Call of Duty. Call of Duty Black Ops 4 for essentially the same reasons that Brian did. But that's a game I'm looking forward to. I'm kind of okay. Everybody plays Call of Duty for the multiplayer anyway. I'm happy that they're kind of owning the fact that this is just like a multiplayer game. I'm interested to see how they're going to handle the season pass situation because I've heard some stuff about that recently. So yeah, for the same reasons that Brian said, I would love to see these guys make a demo.
I agree with you guys. Like, I like my pick, but like for Call of Duty, and I feel like going back to what Brian said earlier, I feel like they're trying to do so much with the game. Like they're trying to make the multiplayer kind of like Rainbow Six Siege. They're trying to make zombie mode bigger, and they're going to try to do a PUBG mode. It's like if you didn't plan to develop all of these things in Black Ops, how are you going to make all that happen before E3? Is one of those features going to be here? Is like one of them going to be a live demo?
I think so. Because they work on every Call of Duty game for like 2 or 3 years or so, something like that.
Like
and the series needs something to revamp it. Like every 100%. Call of Duty to date has been too much of the same thing.
Yep.
Like even no matter what era they put it in, it's just the same thing, same guns, same attachments, same perks, just brought back in different versions.
And thank you. I'm happy you said that. I don't mean to cut you off, but that was my biggest gripe with World War II. Was I was excited for a new Call of Duty experience, but really it was just the same Call of Duty experience with just old guns in an old setting. And
reskin. Yeah,
just like reskinned. And people in World War II didn't fight it. Like, it makes no sense. That's what, anyway, I don't. It's fun. It's a fun game. But yeah, I'm with you. I'm happy you brought up the point, Devin.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, of course.
All right, on to you, Devin.
Speaking of Devin, time for my pick, which is Mario Tennis Aces.
Okay,
so funny.
That is a good pick.
It's going to be completely pre-rendered.
We all remember that E3 where Miyamoto came on the stage showing the Wiimote and the orchestra thing and all that stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Well, why not with Mario Tennis with the Joy-Cons?
Yes.
Come on. Just imagine
That's a good
administrators just waving the Joy-Cons back and forth and using that thing like, oh, you can use both Joy-Cons for players 1 and 2 and just play on the TV. Bring it on the go, play tennis on the road, whatever you want to do.
Yeah.
And
I like it.
it'll just be hilarious seeing the people like smile on stage, waving the Joy-Con, like, this is so fun.
We're having
While
so
there's
much
someone
fun.
in the background, like that's like pro, like
Serena Williams.
Yeah, they actually have Serena Williams. Yes.
No, she'll be in the DLC.
Ah, okay.
Season pass. Yeah.
Oh, all
That's
right
a good
then.
pick. That's a good
Yeah.
pick, Devin. Solid pick.
I would
I had to keep it. I have to keep things nice and spicy, as Christian says, because
spicy.
you and Brian are
Spicy.
agreeing on too much. You gotta have variety.
Yeah,
enough.
Brian and I apparently have the same list.
Christian, they secretly collaborated.
They did. It's collusion. That's what it is.
Yes.
Fair enough.
Don't talk to my lawyer. All right, let's go to the next pick. Brian, you're first.
Number 5, Paul. What's the superlative?
Oh man. Biggest pusher of DLC / pre-order bonuses.
Yes. Pretty much self-explanatory what this means. So let's just jump right into this. And my pick for biggest pusher of DLC / pre-order bonuses is The Division 2.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
This game just screams pre-order bonuses, season passes.
Season pass. Yep.
They're not doing what they call a full reveal. They're doing a bit of a teaser reveal. So I'm even going to double down on this one again, and I'm going to say not only will they announce this stuff, but they're going to also they're going to have some kind of trailer. It won't be a live gameplay demo. It'll be a short sizzle trailer, and they're going to show off at the end. It'll just say pre-order now for exclusive XYZ, and they'll give you content for the current iteration of the Division 1, because they're going to try to just milk it for every penny and try to revitalize that game, because
before they push the new one.
Yep. And that is my pick.
I can see that was almost like looking through a lens into the future. That sounded too real.
Way too real.
All right. Well, great pick, Brian. Let's move on to Christian.
I can
Unless
see
he has
that,
something to add.
But
I have something to add.
Oh, Devin.
Real quick.
All right.
As someone who was burned by that deluxe edition pre-order.
I just want to say, literally the exact moment you said someone was burned, the video trailer that I have cut to someone getting shot with the flamethrower. That's all. Please continue.
That's very good. Yeah, I was burned by that pre-order. Played the game for a solid 2 weeks. Hardcore, might I add. Actually made new friends on Xbox Live. Who does that these days? New friends on Xbox Live. And was playing. We were planning to do the raids and everything. And by the time the raids came out, we were all done. We were all done playing. It just didn't last too long.
Nice. Christian, you're up. What do you got?
My pick, a bit more spicy, because that's what I'm going for, is for biggest pusher of DLC and pre-order bonuses is Rage 2.
Oh, I forgot about that game.
Because I don't know if you remember who announced Rage 2, but it's the same company that brought you Horse Armor. That's right. This guy did not forget. And
but did you purchase the Horse Armor?
No.
Okay.
No. And honestly, building on top of that, my biggest thing that, I think this is something they really want to do is, I don't know how much you guys have looked at the Creation Club for Fallout 4 and how much of an enormous mess it is. But I think they're going to try the same approach again.
Oh, 100%. I think that'll be standard.
And it's going to be in Rage 2. And, because, to me, Rage 2 looks like someone played Borderlands 2 and was just like, hey, what if we did this, but take out the soul, put it in this other game, and copy everything else about it. Just take out all of the joy.
Wow.
And then you got Rage 2. Because, and I'm not saying this because, I think it's part of, the DLC thing. I just feel like when they Like they just went away from the cel-shaded look, and it just looks more like gritty and brutal. I'm like, okay, that'd be easier for the engine you're using.
A
But
Doom
like,
mixed with
yeah.
Borderlands meets Mad Max.
And I just feel like a lot of it's going to be like, especially how you would play Borderlands 2. It's like, okay, well, now they have opportunities for DLC vehicles, DLC gear, DLC shaders, like season pass content, like everything they could possibly cram into it. Especially at the very end of one of the trailers, you see someone running towards something that looks like a chest. And I'm like, guess what? You're going to pay for chests too. You're going to pay for everything in Rage 2. It's going to be real bad.
Yeah. Paul, what do you got?
Game flew under the radar for me. I totally forgot that Rage 2 was even a thing until Christian mentioned it. But my pick for biggest pusher DLC and pre-order stuff, I actually thought I was going to not copy, but get the same one as Brian again. And this pick is the same as my last, and that is Call of Duty Black Ops 4. I think they aren't going to do what Overwatch does, and it seems like they really want to be like Overwatch and be like that kind of multiplayer game that people kind of go to. But Overwatch does something great, and they say, hey, you buy the game once and you get all this stuff for free. Any updates, it's all yours. Don't worry, just keep on playing. Activision won't do that. I just don't think they will. I think they're going to have maps that you have to pay for, just like with all the other ones. I mean, I was even just complaining to you guys the other day about World War II. How I want to get the other maps for Nazi zombies, but I have to pay another full $60 to get all the other content for the other multiplayer stuff that I don't even do, just so I could play 2 extra maps in zombie mode. And I think that's crap. And I think they're going to do that in Black Ops 4, especially since they're doing a bunch of different game types. There's like the PUBG style and there's the Overwatch style, and then they're going to do this one too, and you can get maps for all these different things. You can get like this set. I don't know. I think they're just going to go balls to the wall with as much DLC as you're going to push with that game, especially if it's pretty much a multiplayer exclusive title.
Nice.
Oh, totally.
Once again, a great pick.
Ooh. Especially
from
if it's
a great
class-based.
Oh my god, if it's class-based, you can't...
Yeah, if it's class-based multiplayer, kind of like Rainbow Six Siege, they can just sell you new classes, sell you updates for different classes. And then I like your point about the map packs. I definitely feel like they're going to sell, like, it'll either be separated, or you'll have to buy like the zombie pack or the multiplayer pack or the PUBG pack.
Yeah, because the PUBG maps are going to be different than the ones you're playing like 6v6 team deathmatch on. You know, same thing with zombies. If they're going to expand on that and maybe even because the zombie mode is already pretty expansive.
Yeah.
They're big levels. I don't know what else they could possibly add besides. I don't even know. But so yeah, that's my pick.
Good pick.
That's a solid pick.
All right.
What say ye, Devin?
Anthem.
Okay, yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
100%. Now we all know the loot box debacle with Battlefront 2. It's definitely not going to be as bad, but it's going to have loot boxes in some capacity. Just look at Destiny. How like most cosmetic stuff comes from loot boxes in your ships, and the new speeder bikes. I can't remember the names at this moment.
It's speeder bikes.
That's right.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
They're definitely probably going to have a season pass with expansions. And even if they don't have a season pass, they're still going to have standalone expansions.
Oh, you think so?
And
all of that.
What was that, Paul?
You think has that been confirmed, or is that just you think they're going to have?
Oh, I just think they're going to have. If they want Anthem to be a thing, especially if they want to enter that market and like compete with Destiny, I believe definitely it will be a thing. 100%.
That's fair.
And with different cosmetic looks and all that stuff, it's just going to be. I don't even want to think about it. And it's not with BioWare. My problem is not with BioWare, of course. I love BioWare, and I have full-on confidence in them for a great game. Just EA controlling the...
EA is just the worst. I think we can all agree.
Yeah.
Yes. The loot box debacle. Never forget.
Yeah. Never forget.
They make too much money to care, though, so I guess I get it.
True.
Hey, they learned something. They dialed it back. Give them credit.
Well, that's only because Mickey Mouse was like, what are you doing to our franchise right now?
My favorite thing with that is when with the whole debacle with that game, literally their exact response was, oh, we didn't want to do just cosmetic items because we need to be faithful to the brand. You know, we can't put out a pink Darth Vader And when they re-released all of the stuff, the first thing they teased was a pink Darth Vader.
Pink Darth Vader. Yeah.
It was pretty
That's
funny.
hilarious. They had to have done that on purpose.
I feel like they had to. Yeah.
Car. All right.
That is a
next pick.
great pick.
Number 6.
Let's see here.
What's this one, Christian?
Number 6 is the most cringeworthy press conference.
Right. Another very self-explanatory one. We've all seen the cringe that is E3 press conferences. My pick for the most cringy this year is Ubisoft. Which
good choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Argument A. History tends to repeat itself. Ubisoft. Argument B. Just Dance seems to always rear its ugly head. We have the Jason Derulo disaster with the "Come on, everybody, get up and dance," and everyone just stared blankly at him. And
We're
it's
not gonna
just
dance. We're here for video games.
yeah, it's very
no one wanted to
like
dance.
I don't even know what the solution is for Just Dance to promote it. Like, you're doing what you should be doing. It just it's a bit
People
much.
will buy that game. It will be successful.
Oh, 100%.
Just no one wants to admit it. No one.
And then we had Aisha Tyler, who is amazing, great host, and much needed because she makes it less cringy most of the time. But when she tried to intentionally create a meme with the guy dressed up from Assassin's Creed, who was paid to dress up as Assassin's Creed and show up, and she's like, "Wow, you're just a meme, just sitting right there. You're yeah, let's come up with a name for this meme, guys." And everyone is just, it was.
You can't force memes.
Yeah.
Memes,
And then
memes
you had
just happen.
Mr. Caffeine, aka Mr. Doodly Doo. That was literally a thing that he did. Let's take a trip down memory lane. Doodly doodly doo. Come on, everybody. Doodly doodly. And everyone just yeah. And I'll just rest my case there.
Wow, that is a great pick.
Christian,
I'm gonna try to follow that one up with a bit of a curveball. My pick is actually Sony. My reasoning being, if like PS5 rumors, who knows? But I definitely think Sony's going to come into this and they're going to try a little bit too hard. They're going to try to force some things. Because if I'm going to be completely honest, the company that has innovated the least the last couple of years of the major companies is probably Sony. Look at Nintendo. They removed themselves completely from the console wars and said, "Peace, we're making a handheld." Bye. Wildly successful.
I feel like you could argue that Nintendo's been removed from the console wars for about 10 years.
They just kind of own it now. They own the fact, like, you know what, we're just not going to do it anymore.
But I will say, you could probably stack the number of Wiis they sold and get to the moon. Just throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Probably.
You can't say that.
You could probably just do that at the landfill.
They still made money. Just throw that out there.
Doodly-doo.
But I definitely, and Microsoft, on the other hand, what do they really care about E3 anymore? A lot of Xbox games are just going to be on PC. They figured it out. They finally figured it out. Guys, we make Windows. Oh,
yeah.
That's right.
Didn't see that coming.
And it seems so obvious, but it's like now Xbox Live is on my computer. You win.
And it's for Halo on PC. Oh,
why?
Don't talk
why don't I
about
have
that.
Halo?
Don't talk about
Master
that.
Chief Collection on PC. I'd pay $100 for that right now.
But watch those words. You might.
Yeah,
But
announce it.
seriously.
I'll buy it. If Microsoft's listening, Bill, put it on.
Bill.
$100 in your pocket.
Actually, if you're looking at webcam, that's Mark, not Bill.
Mark? Oh,
That's
Zuckerberg?
Mark. Yeah.
Oh, he probably knows Bill. Yo, Zuckerberg, let Bill know. Text him. Put that crap on there right now.
Last of this conversation back. But seriously, I think it's going to be Sony because they're the only ones who still think the console wars are happening. Everyone else moved on.
All right.
Good choice.
Paul?
Good choice. All right. Reset my little thing here. Yes, my most cringeworthy performance. I can't believe it happened again. Ubisoft.
What are your reasonings, Paul?
Oh God! Well, you nailed it. I didn't think of, well, history repeats itself, but that's the exact words. That's perfect. I don't even think we need to talk about it. We already did.
Huh?
The history is probably going to repeat itself. Ubisoft is also like, I don't know. I feel like they try to think they know it's cool and they don't. They're like the parent in the room who's just kind of like, "Ha, you kids like memes? I love memes too. I was looking up memes on that Imgur site that you kids are always talking about. How about 9gag? You like 9gag?
How about GIFs?
You guys like those GIFs? Yeah, no, he's saying it correctly.
No.
Yeah.
This is being
GIFs, the way
recorded.
it's
You can't get away
supposed to
from
be
this.
said.
GIF.
Fact, look it up. It's
GIF.
pronounced GIF. That's what the
All right,
creators said.
let's keep it going.
All right.
Well, we already talked about Ubisoft. We don't really-
Paul, why don't you move on from this by saying doodly doodly doo?
To Devin's pick. Diddly diddly doo. Diddly diddly doo. Diddly diddly doo. All right.
I'm going to have to join my brethren in arms. I'm sorry, Christian, you're alone. But
Sorry, Christian. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get out. Go. Go. Yeah, go. Yeah.
I was away for a bit with Brian's beginning, but I don't know
I'll
if
put
he
it back.
mentioned the James Cameron coming on the stage.
Oh my
And
god.
talking about Avatar with no demo, nothing of the movie, of the game. Yes. Avatar, remember? James Cameron came up on stage just talking. This is back in like 2007.
Just like.
And there's nothing. He was just talking about how the game was going to be and how the movie was going to be, and that's it.
Very nice.
Also, the awkward communications they have when they demo some of their games, like when they do the Division, they have those awkward communications, and it just doesn't sound natural. You know, they're just reading off a script.
Yeah.
It just sounds. It's just like.
Can you imagine if they didn't have Aisha Tyler?
No.
Like the amount of cringe.
I love Aisha Tyler.
I do too. Yep. Well, why don't we move on to the next one with the doodly doodly doo, Christian?
No doodly doodly doo.
Devin?
The next one-
We all can do it. There's no. Alright.
Moving on to the next one, we have
Best-
number 7. What is it, Paul?
Best press conference.
Yes.
Words almost came out wrong.
All right,
Best press conference.
I'm gonna kick this one off with a direct contradiction to Christian's previous pick.
Press conference next year. Or last year.
Sony. We didn't crash. I was
Sony.
totally.
We're
We
back.
didn't crash.
Never
We
happened.
didn't-
I never said anything positive about Sony.
Yeah,
Forget
we didn't crash. It was your imagination. But Sony, that is my pick for worst press conference. I mean, I'm sorry, for best press best
Sound it out.
too many words.
You
For
know
best
what the
press
truth
conference.
is. You know what the truth
The
is,
thing
Sony.
I personally love about Sony is kind of direct opposite to what Christian was saying. I think they're not focusing on any kind of gimmicks or trying to be different. They're just focusing on games. They're not trying to come up with something like a Kinect or augmented reality. I mean, they do have their VR headset, but I mean, they basically made a consumer version, a cheaper version, an easy to access version of a headset. I feel like they make safer gambles rather than shooting for the moon with something like a Kinect. And they've just been absolutely crushing it since PS4 came out. They've got the going into E3 of just games that we know. They have what I think is the best lineup of exclusive games. They got Death Stranding, Days Gone, obviously The Last of Us Part 2 that we talked about. Not to mention that they also have very strong exclusive timed exclusives, meaning they get earlier access than the other consoles to games like Destiny 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, and the new Call of Duty game. And that's I don't think Sony even needs to go out. They just let the games speak for themselves. They just say, "All right, welcome to E3, and here's a game. Oh, you like that game? Here's another game."
Like that's where I feel like something could go wrong with the press conference. Is they could just let the games speak for themselves, or you might get a VR demo, Everyone likes a VR demo.
I think you'll get both.
Look at Bethesda last year. Their entire thing was a goddamn.
All right. Christian, on to you. What do you got?
Right.
Don't ask for a drum roll.
Curveball here. Best press conference is actually going to be Nintendo. Real curveball again. Yeah, get the laughter. But a new slate of games. There's not that many games here for Nintendo. But if they can nail either of those two big planes, that's an incredible year.
They're gonna nail planes.
They have a great year lined up.
Yeah, new Super Smash Brothers and more Pokemon. That sounds like a pretty good win. That's all you have to do.
Yeah, that's all you need, honestly.
There's no gimmicks this year. The Switch is already out.
So we have the Pokemon
They
Go.
could spend an entire press conference revealing Super Smash Brothers characters, and they would get a standing ovation at the end. Just do that.
We have the Pokemon Go for Wii U showing off, and my favorite part is when they show the Pikachu running around with the person in real life. It says simulated graphics, as if you didn't know that there wasn't going to be a real Pikachu following you around.
Sidebar here. Some of us really believe that we would get a real Pikachu one day. But moving on, I feel like it's like the bar is obviously much lower for Nintendo, but I feel like for once with the Switch, they're like, hey, look at us. We can go right up to here. Maybe not here with the other big boys, but like we're doing a little better for ourselves. And if they can just do a little better this year, they can easily just nail this one. Absolutely nail it. I'm very excited about this.
And I would like to add that Pokemon Quest game is very fun.
Pokemon
Quest
Quest
out there has a Switch. It's free to download, free to play. So go check it out. Very addictive.
It's a lot of fun. I'd be playing right now, but it's way too distracting, and I have to keep track of time.
And if you'd like to sponsor us, you can contact any one of us.
Yeah, Nintendo, you sponsor us
make
for
that
free
happen.
shit. You don't have to pay us. Just give us some switches off the assembly line, and yeah, it's good.
I'll take a hoodie.
Yeah,
Christian doesn't want a Switch. He wants a hoodie.
Yeah, I just want a hoodie.
That was a callback. It's okay.
Oh yeah, I know that story. All right,
a long time ago.
Good pick, Christian. Is it my turn now?
It is your turn. I was about to say it's always your turn, but that's a lie. Go on, it's your turn.
Always my turn. It's always my turn, and the next time it's my turn too. Best press conference I think is going to be Bethesda. Because Bethesda is one of those developers who I always forget has like a bunch of other games underneath their belt that they really don't talk about all that often. And Bethesda is also one of those developers who not always, but they try to like let everyone leave being on cloud 9. And they usually end it with like, okay guys, well thanks for being here. But before we go, we know how badly you want to play this game. So it's out now, and you're just like, whoa, like, oh my god, we could play Fallout 76 tomorrow. I don't think it'll be Fallout 76, but I think Fallout 76 has a lot of potential.
Yeah, I'm really excited.
The Fallout universe would be great for a survival sort of Rust game. Like that's kind of the vibe I'm picking up from like things I'm reading online. A game like Rust, and I hope it doesn't play exactly like Rust because Rust can be very frustrating. But, if they do announce Elder Scrolls 6, that would be incredible. If they even just brush upon, like, we're working on a new Fallout. If they talk about what they have coming up next for Doom, or any of these other games that I think we even mentioned already. And they work really closely with the Switch. I think, like, they could have a Fallout 3 remaster coming out and people would go crazy for like that's something at the end they could be like, by the way, go on Steam right now, Fallout 3 remaster is there. Also, it's going to be available on the Switch. And you're just like, what? Like, oh my gosh, it's incredible. So I feel like Bethesda has a lot of opportunities to surprise us and give us something to be really happy about.
I think the new Fallout 76 is going to be one of the most interesting things because like, earlier reports are that it's a survival game, but Bethesda isn't really the kind of company that just copies, it's Rust, but in the Fallout universe. Totally. Like, I feel like it is going to be dramatically different than any other survival game you've ever seen in a very good way.
Totally. And the setting, Fallout, the setting is a great setting for one of those games.
Yeah.
So good. I'm surprised they haven't done it sooner, honestly.
Yeah.
All right.
Devin, what do you got?
I got nothing. No, just kidding. My pick is I'm with you, Brian. Sony.
Nice.
Everyone's
a lot
agreeing
of-
with Brian.
To add to what Brian said, they have a lot of heavy hitters coming out finally with Death Stranding, Last of Us 2, Kingdom Hearts 3. I'm super excited, especially for Kingdom Hearts 3. We've been waiting so long. And just looking at their track record with previous E3s, they've just been really strong in keeping up with just throwing out some good games. Like last year, they showed off God of War, and this year we got it. And look at that game. That's already my game of the year, I would say.
The one you didn't finish?
The one I didn't finish. No, I'll get back to that. I will get back to that.
Yeah.
You know, maybe after this, we'll see. But Sony's very
Devin's
promising.
out of spite. It's gonna be like,
Show you.
I'm gonna play out of spite. I'll show you, Brian.
Completely.
But it's very promising, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for this year.
Okay. Solid pick.
Yeah.
I can dig it.
Solid
Yeah, I can
pick.
dig that.
All right. So we're already at number 8, guys.
Yeah, we're in the home stretch.
That's the Ocho for those of you who don't know.
Keep rolling.
Yeah.
ESPN 8, the Ocho.
The Ocho.
Yeah.
All right.
Old reference. You'll get it at some point after you go on
you kids
Wikipedia.
won't.
You
Viewers and-
millennials.
Yeah, just clickety clack to Bing and then Bing it.
Bing it. Everyone's favorite search.
Also, Microsoft sponsor us. We'll just keep saying Bing.
Yeah. Honestly,
We're giving
anyone.
Great suggestions.
Yeah, anyone who wants to sponsor us, you know, we'll I'm good with
Yeah.
that.
And my wallet is open.
Did you say Wawa is open?
No, I said my wallet is open.
All right, because that's another debate. We don't need to start right. All right, Devin, what's our next category?
Me?
Well, what's the category?
This is a good one.
Isn't it the most anticipated?
Winner of E3, that's right.
Winner of the Good job.
I worded it wrong. I
Yes.
worded it on my list wrong.
All right, so this pick I feel like is going to shock specifically Christian and Paul. Oh, I saw that look.
Me.
He's gonna say Nintendo.
I'm gonna say Nintendo.
Yeah.
Now, as many of you may know, I'm always very critical of Nintendo, their decisions they make.
Pretty soon that someone's gonna beat me.
I-
Bad, so. But that's gonna be good.
This is
Yeah, it's gonna be
almost
good
as
for
much as I
everyone.
hope.
You know, speaking of which, I think we should get some
I'm
gameplay,
critical and
so,
hard on them
the first
because
thing
I
we're gonna
love
do
them.
is,
It's
talk
tough
about
love.
training, you know.
But
when you play the game,
I do think
when you play the
they
game in,
have
like a single player, you can go
the
down to
potential,
training, and then there's different training
specifically
modes.
with
And
showing
one of them
off
in particular is,
a
like,
new
training
Smash
where you can kind of,
Bros.
like, start dodging punches, right?
I
so you have,
don't.
like,
So
minions gonna
we're
keep,
gonna have
you
Pokemon
know,
Go,
trading punches, exactly. Yeah, pick that
Pikachu
one.
and Eevee. I have my reservations on the game.
love
I
it, so I
am
would like
looking
to
forward to
elaborate
finding
on,
out more
you know,
information on
how
it,
this
and I
training helps you,
optimistically
you know, when
hope
you're trying to dodge punches. What should players
that
be
the game
doing?
has a lot of content. I'm not fully convinced yet, but I hope. And I think there's the potential for it to be phenomenal. And I also think Smash is going to be the big key thing that they show off. And I think that they're going to have
not get too close,
another something unexpected that they're going to show off. Maybe like a standalone
Gotcha.
Donkey
So
Kong.
left and right motion, using ample
Haven't seen one of those
dodge.
in a while. You know what? I meant like a really good one. Okay.
I guess you can argue it wasn't really good. You didn't know about it.
I honestly did not even know about
And so
Yeah.
the important thing is to, you really don't
That's
want
my pick. Was that a surprise,
you
guys?
wanna focus on dodging
It was.
left
Yeah.
and right.
Honestly.
You know, if you're just
The conversations
far too
we've been
open,
having.
so unless there's a
We
really
make
good reason,
a number
Like
of
stay away
solid
from
points,
something.
which I will
Gotcha.
get to.
And so
after
is there
everyone else.
a right time to jump?
Christian, why don't we move on to your pick?
Yeah, I'm gonna double down and agree with Brian because it's Nintendo. I honestly think, and Brian hit on this, they are one surprise announcement away from just blowing everyone else out of the water.
You know, I
Just
think
one more
once this
game. Just one more game.
is out,
That's all they
people
have to do.
gonna be getting
All right,
better
it could
and
be,
better at it.
hey,
Come pretty
we're
soon
bringing out a
that someone's gonna beat
GameCube
me
classic. Like,
pretty
who
bad,
knows?
so.
That
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, it's gonna be good for
One announcement.
everyone.
Oh, man.
Speaking of
Be
which,
like,
I
hey,
think we should probably
here's
get
how we're
into
gonna
some
put money.
so, the first thing we're gonna
Yeah,
do is
but
nothing
show
gets
off
me
the
more
training,
excited
you know,
about the future
when
gaming.
you play
So-
the game and, Yeah.
GameCube was a great system.
Yeah, it was back in 2001.
Start dodging.
Well, they still had the games
right?
were
So
still
you have,
good.
like, Min-Man's
I would
gonna
play Need
keep,
for Speed Underground in a heartbeat.
you know, throwing.
I have a
punches
weird
that
thing
can
with
pick
going
up.
back to old games.
And
I'm all about the
if
future.
Yabuki-san would like to elaborate.
Well, I'm
on,
not. Yeah, I'm
how
with you
this
about the
training
future,
helps you,
but I think
when you're trying to dodge
place
punches,
of,
what should players be
remembering the old
doing?
games, the classics.
I will remember them
before I get
in the
back to
past.
Nintendo.
Hyped on this game.
Lives for the
はい
future. Excited for WoW expansion.
そうですね。まず近
Hey,
づ
a
き
WoW
すぎない
expansion is in the future, and it's new
う
content.
まく相手が打ってきた
Hey,
ものを
well,
見
you
て、
know,
で左右に避け
Nintendo
る練習
64
をするといい
Classic
で
is
す。
also in the
So I think the
future.
important thing
But
is
anyway,
not get
seriously,
too
I
close.
think
Watch
they're
carefully
going
where
to
your
have
opponent's punches
a
are, and then
fantastic
practice being
E3.
able to
I
dodge
think
to the
this
left
year,
and the right.
to use a baseball metaphor,
Gotcha.
they'll be
So
scoring a
left
run
and
from
right
third
motion,
base,
using
which
ample
for
dodge.
you at home means they've already advanced 2 bases. 2 out of 3.
そうですね。なるべく
Just get home.
飛んじゃ
Get
ダメで
home.
す。飛ぶ
That's
と
all you
隙
have
が
to
大きいの
do.
で。
Alright, don't
As
do
an
anything
avid
fancy.
baseball fan, I've never heard that expression in my life.
I hear it all the time. I hear it all
I
the
really
time.
don't want to jump.
Listen, they're
you know,
scoring a run
if
from
you
third,
wanna
alright?
focus
It's not
on
the
dodging
hardest
to
thing in the
left
world.
and
Just
right,
just
you know,
run.
if you
Just
jump,
run.
you're just far
Alright.
too
Fair
open.
enough.
So unless
I
there's a really
really
good reason,
want this to happen.
stay away
I
from jumping.
want this to
Gotcha.
be
And
a
so is there
transcendent year for
a
Nintendo.
right time to
They've had
jump?
the 2017 was a trend. That was Renaissance year.
I know.
やっぱり
Nintendo, you
敵
kidding me?
相手が両
keep
方の
going
手を
up
打っ
instead
て
We
of
き
can't.
た
We
like-
can't. I'm just saying. Like,
Because see, they have this
talk about, like,
peaks
extreme
and
down.
valleys thing, and they don't sustain
that's
success.
how rises work.
So if your
you know?
opponent has both of their
Spike
punches
and then they
out,
go
that's the
down
time
and
when
they
it's
settle.
okay
I
to jump
wouldn't
because they're not
call
going to
the
be able to
Wii U
follow.
going down. I'd call it a
Oh,
chasm.
I see.
Yeah.
That's
Yes.
not good.
Yeah.
You know,
That's not
also
good. It
one
wasn't
of
good.
your
That
habits,
was-
I studied the video.
Yeah, it's like the
Something
Switch
happened.
before they could make the Switch.
And one of the things
Yeah. I think we.
Honestly,
they only committed
yeah,
one arm
this
only.
year's going to be harder
is that?
than trying to
So
transition
it's
from the
not
Wii because this could be the year where they have to tell people, by the way, we're going to stop supporting the 3DS.
The way I like to think of the Wii U,
Yeah, but like
the way I like to
Wii U.
think of the Wii
そうで
U,
すね。
it's
両
like
方出してしまうと
the
隙が大
equivalent
き
to
い
me
です。
as if
なので、
uh,
片方だけい
James
つも
Cameron
残しておくっていうのが大事ですね。
Yeah, if you have both of
releasing
your arms
and
out at the same time, you're just
creating
wide open. So it's just
Avatar
really important,
in
you know, you have one
1995
out and then
after
you've
Jurassic
got
Park.
one. You got one back.
Just
Yes.
in case.
I totally see that. I
Here,
follow
let's,
that train of
let's go
thought.
to let's go a different train.
Anyways,
Let's go to
moving
train.
on.
Alright.
Paul, what do you
Moving
got?
on.
Grabbing.
Well,
in this mode, the
Clock,
you know,
I
your
think
CPU
we've talked a lot
will
about
start
doubling
trying to
down
grab
today.
you
I'm
as
going
much
to
as
go one
you can.
up
So
further
don't
and
get
say
wrong.
let's triple
That's
down on this. Nintendo's going to have the best. It's going to be the winner of E3. For literally, and this keeps on happening. The same reasons that you guys have already said. The one reveal is just everyone losing their shit. People
Hello
love
everyone,
Nintendo. People
I'm
love
Yoshiaki
Nintendo.
Koizumi, the producer of Super Mario Odyssey for Nintendo Switch. Today we're going to recap a little of what we've already shown, but also reveal some new information about the game as well.
If it's something coming up that people are excited for, people are going to go crazy. If they say something's coming out tomorrow, by the way, people are going to go crazy. I think Nintendo has a lot of opportunity to make the people at E3 go crazy, and I think we're going to see it happen. Even like Christian said before, if they just spend time... By the way, here's all the 35 characters in the new Super Smash. People are like, wow, what a big number! Oh, good, you know. So anyway, we've already talked enough about Nintendo. That's my choice. I think we've talked about everything we could about it.
Sidebar, fun announcement that could potentially win them E3, something like Mario Maker for the Switch, throwing that out there. I don't think it's going to happen, but it would
It
be
should.
awesome.
It's such an easy game, and that's such an easy port, and I feel like no one would be upset.
Home run.
Yeah. All right.
Devin.
Going on to me, my pick wasn't a like Sony Nintendo or something. I chose a game.
Yeah.
But I do have a few points I want to say getting on about the Nintendo.
Go.
One thing that will make people go crazy that I don't think was mentioned here
It's me.
revealing the roster for Smash.
Oh, that's what we just said. But yes.
If they reveal a roster, especially if some surprises, I think that'd be great. But my pick isn't one of them. I chose a game, which is Kingdom Hearts 3.
Okay. That's good.
Yeah, I
Two
get
words.
that.
2 words will win them this. Release date. If they give us a release date, especially in like October, November release,
Ooh,
people are going to go insane. Standing ovations, non-stop Twitter. Oh my god, it's finally happening. It's coming out this year. I'm so excited. Can't wait. And I will be one of those people because I've been waiting for this game along with, I'm sure, quite a few of us since 2006.
Yeah.
I will keep saying it like that.
Yeah.
Until it comes out. It looks amazing from all the trailers, especially that half an hour long gameplay trailer we got a few months ago.
Mm.
And just seeing Toy Story in that game, it looks so amazing. And I just, oh my god. I can't even form the words. I can't even.
He needs some even again.
He does need some even again. I seriously think low-key you hit on like possibly the most beloved game that could appear at E3 would be Kingdom Hearts 3.
Kingdom Hearts, yeah.
Because it's like if the Half-Life fan base was just a lot more loving and a little less bitter.
Hey, screw you!
Kingdom Hearts 3.
Yeah, screw you!
Because people really just love it and they have faith. You know, they're not willing to let go. And it just, I really think if that game exists and they're like, here's when it comes out, people will just lose their minds. Yeah.
All right. We're on the home stretch now, guys. So now
That's
we
what
got.
I said last time.
Now we're on the. I'll use another analogy.
Trailer.
I don't want to steal yours, Paul. We're on third base. Okay, you just got to drive us in. We're an easy. It's an easy run.
Oh, there we go.
It took Paul a minute. Let's move on to best teaser trailer. What's going to be the best trailer? It doesn't have to be a teaser trailer, but just best whatever. I don't even care. It's just going to be cool. I'm going with my pick, which is... What is it? Super Smash Bros. For the Switch. You all know I have a love-hate relationship with Nintendo. We've give them all of the props. Their announcement reveal for Smash was, I mean, just epic. Like, if you look up just a reaction compilation where it just looks like, oh, great, another Splatoon game. This is real exciting. And then, oh, it's perfectly timed with what I'm talking about. And that Smash Ball reflection in her eyes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
badass.
My goodness.
My God.
I've been holding off on buying a Switch. I have my reasons. Back off.
You and me both.
I can think of like 4 great reasons why you should own one. All games.
Well, this is gonna be my number 1, and it's coming out this year.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Great choice.
Good choice.
What do you got, Paul? I mean, Christian.
Yeah, I do really like that choice, and that was a very amazing teaser trailer. But I'm gonna go with something a little more recent. It's not really a curveball, and for me personally, it's very low-hanging fruit. Best teaser trailer, honestly, Fallout 76. They did it to me again. They just dragging me in with beautiful teaser trailers. Come to the wasteland. Be enchanted by our music. Like, I don't think anyone else is able to transport you to a date and time like Bethesda, specifically with like these kinds of trailers, just being like, hey, what are you doing right now? Welcome to the wasteland. And you just get sucked in, and the music and the set, and they just like they just slowly
they kill it on the ambiance.
And
they do.
like,
oh yeah, they do.
And the voiceover that sets up the entire everything you need to know is in that teaser trailer. They just set up the entire game right there. Here's the whole game. We're telling you everything right now, and it just got me so excited.
Totally unrelated. I don't know if you noticed this. Somebody on the internet pointed this out. All the other TVs in the Fallout universe are black and white, with the exception of Fallout 76, and that had a color TV. So I don't know what that's going to mean, but every other TV is in black and white.
Yeah, I'm pretty hyped for information,
right.
and you know it's going to be like, oh, and I know you're all really excited for when can you get your hands on this. This came out last Thursday. Go and like,
Hello Adventure 2 on Steam. Just changed the name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be a
Paul, what do you got?
Good pick, Christian. I have to admit, at this point, anger. This is what anger looks like. Super Smash Brothers. Brian, how many have we agreed on? 4?
Oh, I'd say like 5 or 6 at this point.
Maybe even 10. We haven't even gotten to number 10
Yep.
yet.
Just
We're at number 9, but we've agreed on 10 things.
Smash. Like, again, that launch trailer was so good, or at least the reveal trailer, whatever. And we've talked about it so much. All they have to do is just be like, awesome gameplay. This character, blah, blah, this character, blah, blah, blah. Everyone's gonna go crazy. You know, new maps, maybe even new game modes. Not that they even think that's where the game needs it. Everybody knows what they're getting into with the game like Smash, and they know what they want, and that's just Smash.
That's it.
Yeah, but yeah, I think Super Smash. Nintendo killed it with the reveal.
I have a question for you, Paul.
Yeah, what up?
Top of your head.
Yes,
don't even think about it. You ready?
Yeah.
What, if they do character announcements, what new character do you want to see?
New? The one that hasn't been in one at all?
Yep.
Any? Oh gosh. I'd like to see something outside of the Nintendo universe because I like it when they did stuff like that. Solid Snake was really good. Top of my head, not gonna happen. Master Chief.
Wow. That was
that is an amazing
Paul.
pick.
How about you, Christian?
Ooh.
Top of your head. First thing pops in your head.
Oh, I can't say the first thing.
It's
first
It's
thing.
not gonna happen. But Mega Man, it's never gonna happen. Because
already in the
Samus
game.
exists.
He was already
He's
in
already
it.
in the game.
He's gonna be like, oh, Luigi, let's play Luigi in Super Smash.
How about you, Devin? First thing pops
Yeah,
in
we'll
your
come
head.
back to you, Christian.
Yeah.
First,
think about
Chris
it.
had to come in the new Smash, right?
First thing in the head. First thing.
I at least
Hitmonchan.
balance of words.
Hitmonchan. Oh, that'd be cool.
Oh, okay. Wow.
All right.
Choice. Yeah.
Really good.
Christian, pick one. Go.
Hitmonlee. Just say it.
No.
Chris-
I prefer to see
Hitmon top.
Dragonite. If we're picking Pokemon, I'd rather see Dragonite.
All right, Dragonite.
about you,
I'm
Brian?
gonna say the raccoon from Animal Crossing that just comes to collect your money.
That's a good pick.
It's probably going to be in the game. He's probably
big-
right.
Yeah. Probably.
Yep.
Which is the worst
Yeah.
part.
I don't do.
So,
All right.
Devin, what do you got? What's your pick?
I'm gonna go with Christian. It's a 2v2 Fallout 76.
Oh, hey!
The
Divided.
information so far, I like the survival RPG style of gameplay. I can't wait to see what they can do with the Fallout elements and everything, and maybe even do a play on like the realism mode from Fallout 4.
Okay.
And like make it hard to like have different difficulties or something in the single if there is a single player component. And also the most important thing, I really still want to know who did that cover of that song.
Yes! Who did the cover?
So if anyone out there in YouTube
I-
land
Yeah.
knows, please let us know.
I would
Contact
love
Devin
to-
Curry. His address is.
His social security number.
It's 1337 Iwin Drive.
Oh,
That's
I
your
win.
address. Yeah.
Yeah.
Play.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Paul, I just
Yeah.
noticed that the thing you were talking about. You know what I also noticed?
Mm-hmm.
Sure. What thing was that?
The color TV. I'm looking at the footage now.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The other thing I noticed
I didn't notice that.
is that they have the same fans that you can collect in Fallout 4.
That could also just be like reusing the same models, but yes, that is worth noting. You never know.
It's a fan, yeah. And yeah.
What?
All right.
All right.
It's like,
Let's
and
put
what?
that down.
So-
Yeah,
Okay.
and what? And what?
So I think, and our last question is.
So
our last
Paul, I
vote
feel
is
like
next.
you're the right person to introduce our last topic.
Okay, I promise I won't throw up. Most likely.
Don't do it,
Most
Paul.
likely to disappoint. Most
All
likely
right.
to disappoint. Which
There he
game
goes.
is most likely?
Oh, here we go.
Out of development.
I can't wait to
I pick
Yeah, let's go, Brian.
I'm so excited.
Paul
about
Toomey.
I'm not a game.
My
Am I
most
getting
likely to
revealed? I need
disappoint game
Just ask my parents. I'll tell you how disappointed they are.
is,
I'm kidding.
and Christian and Paul, once again, I think you're both going to be very shocked.
Mm-hmm.
Pokemon Go Pikachu and
course.
Eevee. I
lowest
Get out.
hanging
I
As
don't
a-
even want to rehash this conversation.
as I
lowest.
said, so my big line in the sand for this game was there were reports that there was going to be no online, which I think is important to have, especially this day and age. We'll save that argument for another day. But however, they
what again? What's your game of the year? what's your favorite game? A single player game with no online? Oh, that's right.
They recently announced that the game is going to be online. However, and this is my and it could be either a good thing or a bad thing, and I'm gonna withhold judgment until we see it in action. And
withholding judgment.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they announced that you can play this game online. It's going to be a simple, just super pared down. You could just battle with friends, or you can trade with friends. No ranked matchmaking, and I'm fine with that. I just need the online. But it's going to be coming out around the same time that they launch their paid online service. So you're going to need to pay. So my question is, are they trying to showcase a cool way that you can interact using online play, new features? If so, that's great. My hesitancy and my more cynical side is, are they rushing, putting together a game with a short development time with the intention of we need something just to push our online community and to make people pay for online when we launch? And I don't know. I will withhold judgment till we find out more information on the game, and I hope.
I like how you're saying you withhold judgment, yet earlier today you called it a shell of a game with little to no details.
I was just about to say. I
do
do think it is, as it currently stands. I do think it is a shell. It's a less hollow shell now that they announced there is online. But I'm just going with my gut feeling, and I hope to be proven wrong. And I'm looking forward to finding out more information.
You know, to their credit, I don't know how often Nintendo releases shells of games, to be fair. Unless it's like a mini game that you should know better. Mario Party fans, throwing that out there.
Yeah.
Or 1, 2, 3 Switch.
I do think that should have been a tech demo. That should have been free with Switch. That I do agree with.
I do think there's a chance you are correct, but I think that's significantly lower than some other games.
Well, I'm gonna tell Brian what I told him. We kept on reiterating to him in chat is that let the game come out. I understand that multiplayer is important in many games. Not every game needs it. I think
they have it, and I'm good with that.
Yeah, I'm just saying you put a lot of emphasis on it, and I understand in today's world you kind of do, but games can and still do get built from the ground up as a single player experience. And I think those are some of the best games that are made. The Witcher 3, Skyrim, God of War 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, which later had multiplayer, didn't really need it, but it launched as a single player. And I think holding it against the game, I don't think is fair, especially since we don't know the full details of what the game really is, of how it really plays, of what the even intention, the end game of the game is. So this very well could be a single-player exclusive experience, and I don't think it's fair to put so much emphasis on.
So I tell you what, Paul. This and this also can be a short little plug. Next Wednesday, we're gonna have our post E3 show where we look back at all our predictions, see how wrong we all were.
How wrong you were.
I didn't say it, you did.
Once we find out more information, we will revisit the discussion.
And I think that's totally fine, and I think it's A-okay for you to be right in this given scenario. I think that it's just not fair to the game.
I don't want it
cynical of it now. Yeah, and you don't want it to be, and I understand that, but I don't think it's fair to the game to the way that you talk about it almost sets it up for failure, as if no matter what they do, they can't. Like you're putting so much emphasis on it that even if they do have something, it almost seems like if it's not enough by your standards, it's not going to be good. I think
that's fair.
It's fair for the game to have time to prove that it is a standalone. It's not Generation 8 Pokemon. It's a standalone game doing its own thing, going its own direction, and it's well within its right to do so.
Preach.
And I think before we criticize it or say, oh, I don't know, we'll see, I think we have to know more details about the game before we can make those assessments. Imagine if we treated people that way. You'd be pretty pissed off and not have as many friends as you probably do if we made, just judgments off people.
No, that's fair.
Thanks.
And again, I will, and I do give credit where credit is due. Like I said, I did say my personal deal breaker was it having online or not having online. I didn't even need anything fancy. And they said, we're not doing anything fancy, but we will have online trading and battling. So I give them credit where credit is due. That was my personal line in the sand, and they've now piqued my interest a lot more.
Fair, and I think that's fair, but I think my point still stands. I think, before being so cynical of it and holding no multiplayer against it, before we even knew if it was strictly a single-player game, which you do like, you do play, you admitted that you love God of War 3, I think it's not fair initially the way you held it against them, because we don't know what the game is. To know to demand multiplayer or even any online functionality from a game that we don't even know what it is or how it's played just isn't fair.
Oh, I think we went over and we automatically transitioned to Christian's pick, so start talking!
Yeah, let's go!
The video transitioned.
Now, my pick, hopefully, this is probably going to spark some discussion, but my pick for most likely to disappoint is actually Fallout 76.
Oh,
I can see that. There's a lot of hype. I get
because
that.
If there is one game that people are both very excited about, is in a genre where the margin for failure is like, I don't even know if I'm using that expression right, but the chances it's bad are like this big, and the chances it's great are like way down.
Totally. Hype does that to almost anything.
Yep.
And the biggest problem with that is look at any other game that's in the supposed genre this one may exist in, and it's like, oh, let's take H1Z1 for example. Yeah, that was great for a little while, and then it comes back, and then Daisy, same exact thing. Even Rust. Sometimes Rust is a beautiful, engaging social social game. Other times, Rust is literally a kidnapping simulator. I have
Castle Black.
No idea how you turn that into Fallout 70, like turn that into the Fallout universe, and then you make it work, and then you keep people playing. I want it to be good so much, but like the faith I have in, and no other genre do I hold this against these games, but in that genre specifically, I'm just like, talk to me a couple months after it comes out.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll think about it.
What do you got, Paul?
Mine is, I think Christian's going to be upset with me, Anthem. I think Anthem has had a lot of hype around it, because didn't it get announced last year, or at least many months ago?
Yes. I think
and it looks super... What's that, Brian?
Yeah, go on. Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's okay. I think there's a lot of hype around it. I think it looks cool. The gameplay trailer that we saw looks really fun, flying around like that, shooting and being in a party with your friends. I'm sure there's a lot of loot and stuff to do. But I feel like if this game is coming out sometime soon, we might learn more about what they're going to do with DLC or season passes or loot boxes and stuff like that. I think that's going to make or break the game because of Star Wars Battlefront 2. So I think, like Christian said, I thought that was a great analogy. I think there's a slim window for them to really knock it out of the park, for people to just unanimously be like, I'm super stoked for this game. But there's a huge window for them to leave a big portion of their potential audience upset and no longer being looking forward to it.
Yeah,
so I think
definitely.
Anthem is going to be the most likely to disappoint.
And if you watch that, go ahead.
Oh, no, it's okay. You can go.
No, I was gonna say, like, if you watch like the gameplay footage in the trailer release, it's just like, man, this really looks like it's on rails. And this is all entirely
too smooth.
There were a lot of there's a lot of rumors and things going around that this game has been in development hell, and it's been kind of going back and forth, and it's had a lot of issues with development. That's like the most common thing I keep hearing is that it's having issues.
Yeah, it looks like a big game. It looks like they aimed for the moon.
They did, and the problem, like when you aim for the moon, is like, guys, we have to get to the moon. That's very,
we can't just float in space forever.
Like, look at the one people who did this successfully. Not that Destiny 2 is going great right now, but look at Bungie's development cycle for the original Destiny. It was an eternity, and then it came out. It was terrible, and then they had to be like, guys, kind of need to relaunch the whole game we made. You know, all that stuff you did all those years? Toss that out the window. We're going to try to do that again for the second reboot. And they made it work, but it's going to be so difficult. And, like, the biggest concern for me is how is that open world going to work out in? because I want to believe that I can just jetpack around the map with my friends, but I'm like, how's that going to reasonably work?
It does look really
on
fluid.
consoles. Like, are people going to have to be like, yeah, I just got an Xbox One, half of my hard drive is Anthem, like,
yeah, you're right.
Like, if that's any sizable open world, that's bigger than anything I have on my computer right now. Just with a remotely large world, with those graphics and the enemies and weapons on top of that and updates on top of that, like an expansion would even be like 50 gigs. Like,
it's almost like you're gonna need a Xbox One X or the Scorpio just to play the game.
It'll happen.
The way it looked too, like
yeah, that's definitely running in 4K.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's gonna have to be on Scorpio.
All right, well, Christian, that's a good pick. Why don't we get to Dev? No, wait, was it my pick? Yeah, you. Sorry.
Oh no, it's Devin.
No, it's me. Devin. Anthem was your pick. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Mine is drum roll. Division 2.
Okay, got it.
I'm a man who's been scarred before.
They did it once before.
Hell hath no fury.
Now, I put Division 2 there, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong on everything. But with the game, the way it was in the beginning, with not really much in-game to do besides go around looking for clothes to make your character look good, the loot drops were abysmal. You had to like farm missions or farm exploitable bosses, and then they were initially patched. And guess what? When they patched these bosses, they then introduce a way to get loot easier in the game. That didn't come until way later. Like I played the game a few months ago, and getting loot now, it's crazy. And then you just gotta sift through all the good loot with the bad loot, but still, it's more fun. If they were to release the game in that state, then all for it, 100%. It's gonna be awesome. Also, the Dark Zone was a big disappointment. I'm a huge fan of player versus player, and the Dark Zone was just didn't have any rewards really. You just went in there, farmed mainly PvE mobs to level up, and then when you died, usually at the hands of another player, you would lose levels, which was counterintuitive. Like it just felt like a big waste of time.
Yep.
And they really need to revamp that. They really need to fix that. And then now, if you were going to Dark Zone with the new loot, people can run in there and 1v10 because they have the set bonuses to do that. Like it's like, and you just fall. There's no. It happened to myself and Ken.
And shout out to Erico, who just said the Division 2. That's all he said, but I just wanted to give him a shout out.
Yeah.
Until at least a 30-minute video showing the systems and gameplay come out, like actual true gameplay, not like faked, rendered on the spot, for the show, thing. I'm not convinced.
Yeah. And especially, and this is my concern with Anthem too, is how many times am I going to have to buy this game? I want to keep playing it. Because, Destiny 2, you're going to have to buy it twice. That's what's been announced already. If you want to keep playing, you just have to eat that. Keep going.
I would like to also add, before we finish up, the first division, within 3 months, lost, 93% of their player base?
Yeah.
It was huge within 3 months. So they really, really, really need to hit the nail on the head with this one.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, and that was our last superlative of the night. That was fun. So if you're new to the channel, please make sure you follow us, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing some more content for E3 going into next week. We're going to have a E3 live show, bingo show, on Sunday, where we're going to be generating some very fun bingo cards that you'll be able to download and play bingo alongside with us. And
that'll be fun.
Yeah, maybe you'll win something cool. Maybe you won't. We don't even know ourselves.
DLC content might be the free space.
Yeah, Christian offered up his PC.
Soul.
Yep, and his soul. So
along with his cat Lex Luthor.
Yes, his cat Lexington Luthor.
No.
You doing the no emoji?
No.
No emoji?
Yeah, so that'll be fun. We're gonna have a lot of fun stuff going on. You could watch the press conferences with us for Sony and Microsoft. And then next Wednesday, you could join us again at 9 p.m. And we're going to be doing an E3 wrap-up show. We're going to take a look back at what everyone got wrong and what I got right about Pokemon.
Get out! Let it be its own thing.
Yeah. Go away. You're going to be entirely wrong. Okay.
Prod you with that.
The worst part is he's probably going to be right.
Yeah. Thank you all for joining us tonight. This was a very fun episode. And let us know what you think. Anything you'd like to see in the future. And
like the Division 2, apparently.
Yeah.
To,
Erico.
Yeah. Erico.
I think Kenny would like us to get better at games, specifically Devin.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, guys, that about wraps it up for us tonight. As always, once again, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. We look forward to seeing you this Sunday, hopefully without any technical hiccups. I promise we will have those worked out.
Better after we lowered the bitrate.
Yeah, much better. Well, again, thanks for watching. I'm Brian.
I'm Paul.
I'm Christian.
Please stand by.
It's accurate.
No, I'm
accurate.